Right then, I'm here. There's old Alid. Say hello, Alid. Now, folks, if you listen to the Brewtime podcast, it's his fault I'm here. Alid came on the podcast last year. I can't remember which episode. I'll put a link down below. But we had a few beers, and he basically said, get your arse here. I'll tell you the whole story behind it. But anyway, I took him up on it. I got a flight, and I'm here. And he's given me his bike, Triumph 900 Rally Pro. And I have 10 days, 9-10 days now, just to go in and play. And I did have a plan. But as all good plans, it's not quite gone that way. And I've got a different plan. So I'll tell you all about it. Let's hit the road. If you've always wondered where that road goes, just take it and see. It looks like it's absolutely going to tank it down. What an awesome road. I'll see you when it gets... Oh, there's a tank. Can you hear banjos? Okay, I'm now on the road in the States, baby. Woo-ha! So I'm here in Indiana, just outside a town called Austin. Not Austin, Texas, Austin, Indiana. This is the 5th of March. My flight home is on the evening of the 13th of March. So I've got sort of 8 days, 7-8 days now to explore and have some fun. Stop signs. Oh, I'll tell you what, this Triumph Rally Pro, it's lovely. It really is nice. It's got a lovely engine, listen. Beautiful sound. Alid's got the Arrow end can on it. So what's my plan? Well, my original plan was, I'd said to Alid in the podcast, I always fancied doing like Daytona or Sturgis, you know, like a proper big American bike meet. So we got chatting, and Daytona is on now, like early March. So I thought, right, I'll go to Daytona. So that was the plan. But when it came to sort of planning the route and things, the roads all up round here, we're not far from the Appalachian Mountains, and the roads are just sublime for the bike. I did some of them, you know, Tail of the Dragon and things like that. I did some of them on the world trip. Yes, I have been round the world. Oh, I'm right here. And I remember how good they were, and it just seemed daft to miss all of that and just hightail it straight down south to Florida, where, with the greatest of respect, the roads pale into, you know, almost insignificance when you compare them to what you've got up here with the mountains and forests and everything. I've sort of ridden Florida again on the world trip. I've been to Key West, I've got the pick there. I've even been to Daytona Beach before, but obviously not for the festival. So I just made the decision. I thought, right, if I hit the mountains and it's snowing and ice, then I'll just head south. But as luck would have it, the weather at the moment seems to be holding. I'm not into the mountains yet, but it's looking pretty good. This is Paris. I find in the States, folks, you really have to keep your eyes open quite a bit more. It's not that I don't concentrate in the UK, of course I do, but when you're familiar with stuff, it breeds contempt. Not contempt, complacency. That's the word I'm looking for. And I find, like, just because you know where the road signs are, you know what road speeds generally you need for certain types of roads, what to look out for. When you come somewhere new, and I was saying to Alid last night, right, you know, what's the score of filtering, overtaking, speeding, what's the national speed limit, what's the general speed limit in towns and villages and all this sort of stuff. And you just have to keep your eyes open, because I find they don't mollycoddle you with the road signs like they do in the UK. Like in the UK and Europe, you'll have about 50 signs telling you there's a corner coming up, and they'll be flashing and all sorts. You can't miss them. Over here, it's a bit like Spain. There's just a sign saying either stop, what the speed limit is, or there's a bend, and that's it. Deal with it. I quite like that. I'm loving this, just being on the open road. I'm hopefully going to be meeting up with a few people on this trip. Nothing's absolute confirmed as yet. And again, I don't really know what form it's going to take. Will I just do a different vid for each day? I might do that, depends what happens, I suppose. I love that. Everyone's got trucks. Big ass trucks. Love it. America. Madison, Indiana. We came through here on the way back from the airport last night, because Aled was telling me this hotel up there, the Hillside Inn, is one of the most haunted hotels in America apparently. I don't know why. Google it. I was saying to Aled last night when we came over it, this is the sort of bridge where you're supposed to stop and throw your shooter over, or a body over the side, isn't it? In the films, there's always a bridge like this. Now we're in Kentucky. Oh, look at the squiggle on Cali there. Oh, well, I'm stuck behind a truck. Oh, he's pulling over for me. Or is he going up there? Oh no, he's going up there. Never mind, no worries, thank you sir. We've got some pretty amazing, well-known riding roads to do here coming up over the next week or so in the Appalachian. I'm going to be doing Tail of the Dragon, both directions, but I'm going to be doing the Blue Ridge Parkway, Cherohala something, Skyway. I'm doing that. I just love being on the road, you know. Just me. I just don't get a chance to do this much anymore. I know your heart bleeds. You can hear the violins playing, can't you? But I don't get the chance just to hit the road, just me, and explore. Because I'm always, you know, I'm always taking groups away on tours, or you know, I'm going somewhere to film something, or I'm with groups of people. I mean, it's a tough life, isn't it? First world problems and all that. But I have missed just hitting the road myself with no real plan. Just wing it, see what happens. Now we're in tornado country here. You can see why there's such devastation. Everywhere's just made of wood. I was saying to Aled last night, like, have Americans never heard of the three little pigs? You know, one builds it in straw, one builds it in wood, and the one who builds it out of brick, the wolf can't get them. Mind you, I think with a tornado, it doesn't matter what you build it out of, it's going to have it, isn't it, if it's severe enough. But yeah, that was like a parting shot from Aled. He was like, you know, yeah, keep your eye out for tornadoes. Don't lose my bike. That's what we want to avoid. Big interstates. I've just got Cali set on winding, and I think there's one or two sections where I've put it on fastest, but no motorways. Most of it is all winding that we're doing. Oh, I should say, I keep meaning to plug this more in the vids. Folks, obviously the channel's sponsored by Cali Moto, but genuinely I do think it is the best motorcycle route planning app out there. In terms of navigation, if there's somewhere you really need to get to, then there's definitely better ones out there. Cali doesn't have traffic info. It's starting to utilise some of the speed limit information, but it's by no means as up to date as, like, you know, Google, Apple Maps, Waze, all those sorts of things. But I'm going to be doing a vid on comparing all of the main motorcycle sat-navs and route planning apps out there, and having a look at the main hitters. Cali still wins it for me. You know, it's overall it's the best package, and I genuinely mean that. You know, I would change if I thought there was a better one out there. I would terminate the sponsorship deal, and I would, you know, I would utilise the best one. Of course I would, but I genuinely think Cali's it. I know some of you out there won't agree, but you know, you're entitled to your opinions. So if you want to try it, drop me a DM, either info@TeapotOne.com, or preferably on Instagram if you have it. I do have Facebook, but it just gets, there's like 120 odd thousand people following in there, so the DMs are just insane. I can't keep up with them. If you do it on Insta, I monitor that much more. If you DM me, I can send you a code for either 1 month's free trial of the full premium package, or 20% off. This is mega. This is still Route 36 in, I think I'm in Kentucky, I think, but it's awesome. Just snakes its way up and down through these tree-lined hills. The road surface has been great generally. I mean, it's March, so you get the odd little pile of grot that you have to keep your eye out for. Oh, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I just had to stop and get this. I love it, look. Amish town. America, baby.
Well, howdy, y'all. Well, did you miss me?
Gotta say, I'm really enjoying this Tiger Pro rally, or Rally Tiger Pro. I'm not just saying that because it's Alan's bike, but it genuinely is beautifully smooth, as Triumphs are. But it actually feels quite engaging to me, this. Doesn't feel small. Sounds ridiculous, it's a 900cc, so it's not gonna be, is it? But you know, compared to the 1200, it doesn't feel like a toy or anything. It feels a good bike. You know, I'm 6'3", 20 odd stone. I certainly don't feel out of place sat on this. It's nice and comfortable. Aled has aftermarket foot pegs and they're awesome, big chunky off-road ones, and they're really good. Something I don't like about the 1300 GS, crappy little foot pegs it comes with. It's lovely, you know, quite happily sit in 6th gear just cruising along, or you can drop it down to 4th, 3rd and 4th and have a bit of fun. It's got a lovely roar on it, this engine. Let's get me away from some of these houses and let's drop it down to 4th. Listen to this. Beautiful.
And I was gone. I probably should have told my wife, but the minute I saw the light.
I tell you what, folks, this is the life. I'm cruising along here, Route 22, I think in the general direction of Falmouth. I've got Chris Stapleton playing over Mikado, Tennessee whiskey. Oh, does life get much better? What I have figured out is that nobody does 55. It's like the UK. If the speed limit's 55, people do 60, 65. I love how patriotic everyone is. Stars and stripes flying everywhere. It looks like it's absolutely going to tank it down. You can see why Harleys are so popular actually, big cruisers. Because these roads, they're not straight in any sense. You know, it's not like it's really sharp bends. They just flow. They just flow from one into the next, into the next, into the next. It's lovely.
I just dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the plan and got my old Harley back, cranked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac, straight to the nearest bar. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. So it's a fact.
I have no idea if you got the last. I went to stop the helmet cam and it was already stopped. It wasn't on. Don't know what's going on there. If I didn't catch that, what I was saying was, I haven't really stopped today other than to pick up fuel. I've just kept going. I just wanted to get some miles under my bum and, you know, just get used to being out here, get used to being on this bike. And I was just meandering down beautiful little back roads. Not even this big, you know, narrower than this. It's awesome. I'm still in Kentucky. I think we're in Kentucky till right at the end when we get to Louisa. I've not booked a hotel or anything. Just rock up, hopefully find somewhere. Or sleep in a bus stop. Look at this. Carly just took me off that main road. Oh yes. This is where Carly comes to the fore. Always take the road less travelled, folks. If you're not in a hurry, take the road less travelled. If you've always wondered where that road goes, just take it and see. This is what I love. This. Empty, glorious, twisty roads. No plan, no pressure. Oh yes.
The rascal is back.
Right, 42 miles to go. I'll see you when it gets... oh, there's a tank. I'll see you when it gets a bit more interesting, folks. So come on, 1, 2, 3. Look how good this is. Oh my god, I've just gone through something which, if it was in like Germany or Austria or Spain or somewhere, you'd be whooping and hollering saying it's one of the best roads. Here it is in Kentucky. Straighten out a little bit now. I'll keep you with me though, because it looks like it's going to descend into some twists again. I just had some twists coming up. There we go. Bit more flow in this. I love the roads here. They just flow. Okay, you know, speed limits tend to be fairly slow, but you can just keep a speed. You don't need to ease up. Okay, obviously every now and then you do need to. You might be surprised to hear, folks, that I don't script this, you know, I just say it as it comes. I know that must be hard to comprehend, such pearls of wisdom. Awesome, thank you Kentucky. I've enjoyed this. 36 miles to go.
It got bad, I ain't gonna lie. I dressed up in a suit and tie, pulled out the driveway 7:45. Yeah, in the morning. She started having baby fever. She made me trade my Harley for a Kia. Oh, help me Lord. I saw my reflection in the minivan and thought, this ain't who I am.
This is awesome, isn't it? These roads are just beautiful to ride. Nothing too technical, but enough to keep you awake. Love it. I think this is going to be fun again. Well, it hasn't stopped being fun. Basically what you saw last time, think about 1, 2, 3, it's just carried on. But as you can see on Cali there, this is particularly squiggly. What an awesome road. Yes, yes. Woo-ha! So come up 1, 2, 3. Right then folks, okay, I've gone through Louisa. I mean, it's 3:30 and I've got there, I've gone through it. Like I said, I hadn't booked anywhere, I didn't really see anywhere. And then looking at tomorrow's mileage, that's 340 odd miles. So I thought, well, why not just push on and try and do a little bit of the miles for tomorrow today. Share the love a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Now I've crossed the state line, I can't remember which one I've gone into. Literally, Louisa borders with a town called Fort Gay, and Fort Gay is in another state, I believe. These roads are mint. Oh wow, that's a lovely big house, isn't it? Spruce Creek Road. This engine is glorious. Real versatile engine this. I mean, you can just sit in 6th or 4th, 5th, just choose up the miles, no problem. I've just seen that there's a school bus up ahead. You can't overtake school buses over here, which is a real shame. What a squiggle of tarmac this is. School bus. Oh, I miss my dog and my wife. Good work, good work. Wow. Can you hear banjos? So come up 1, 2, 3. This could be interesting. Is a Kalimoto special, this one. Taking us off the main road, which was probably a good thing because we were stuck behind that school bus. Oh, and now it looks like it's going to start raining. This looks a fun road. Woo-ha! So many of these wooden shacks everywhere. And everyone just seems to leave like rusted cars and everything out in their yards. What a stonker of a road. Nice one, Carly. Road surface is lovely as well. Oh yes. Carly's pooing itself at the moment. What is going on there? What's it doing? Oh, I think it's trying to find a signal. Ah, it's got no signal at the moment, that's why. Right, let me see if I can whack it into offline mode. Hang on. So come on, 1, 2, 3. Well, this is a turn up for the books. The offline maps. Yeah, apparently I haven't downloaded the state of where I'm in currently. I thought I had. I thought I downloaded all the states that I was going to be in. Obviously not. So it won't let me use offline map mode. However, I've got the route and there's no detail at all to the map, but I'm just trying to make sure the little blue dot, which is me, sticks on that red line, because at the moment I've got absolutely no phone signal and I've got no data signal. I've got two SIMs, my EE SIM from the UK, and then I've got the Easy SIM from my data. It's an eSIM, but neither has any coverage at all at the moment. It's only SOS function, that's it. Oh well, it's an adventure though, folks, isn't it? The roads are still amazing. Probably going to look at stopping soon. I've done quite a bit. How far have I gone today? 289 miles so far today on all these kind of roads, so that's quite a big day on these twisties. Oh, the cockpit cam is stopped. Does that run out of battery? I'll have a look at the helmet cam. That's still recording. Right, I'll switch you off, folks. I'm going to have to change batteries and stuff. See you in a bit. Wow, so that's day one. I'm here. I don't actually even know where I am. I just I got onto a main road and saw a sign for a motel and I took it. It's a pretty basic motel, but you know, I think it works out about 40 quid. I think it's about $54, so what's that, about £45, something like that for the night. So it'll do me fine. Tired, just got to actually, let me show you around the suite. Boom. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. It's got a cutting edge TV from 1982. A microwave, I really will not put anything in. Fridge, which isn't on. Mirror with some fat bloke in it. Hiya! So that's me just transferring the files across. This is Teapot HQ, the nerve centre. So I'm just charging up all the batteries, stripping SD cards, checking footage, packing, repacking, and at some point I'll hopefully get a wash. But yeah, top day today, folks, really enjoyed it. Man, those roads were just brilliant. You're just gliding along. Really does make sense, like Harleys and stuff, you know, cruiser bikes, they really make sense on these American roads. Beautiful. But that bike, that Triumph 900 Rally Pro, I'm not saying this because it's Alad's bike, but I tell you, it's really decent, really decent. The engine's lovely. Tops out fairly quick, but I mean, it'll get you up to like, you know, 80 odd mile an hour, no problem whatsoever. It'll do a lot more, but the grunt to get you to 80 is lovely. And that 6 gear is really versatile. I was just sat in 6th most of the time, and it just, you know, it's coping with most of those corners. Sometimes you have to change the 5th or 4th, but even 4th gear on some of those bends. On the tractor, I'd been 2nd and 3rd. That thing's in 4th, and it just pulls through. Beautiful. Anyway, that's us, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I'm not sure if that's going to be one episode or if I'll make day 1 and day 2 an episode. Who knows? But if that's one episode, hope you've enjoyed it. Come back again. Join me for day 2. I'm meeting somebody this morning. Oh. Guess who it is? Look at that. Wow. Just stunning. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad I stopped and checked that. This is a dead end road that just goes up a mountain. It's 63 miles. And I have 44 miles range. We better pass a petrol station.